Hey everybody, Justin from FrugalSnobs.com. What's up, YouTube? Roxanne, say hello.
Hello!
We have another currency review video for everybody. And it is here. We've mentioned it a bit in the upcoming weeks, but we were able to snag this last week on Friday.
Yes.
August 10th?
Yep.
Yes. So you were able to pick this up. We have a quick story about this as well. A little entertaining, but this is the 1917 $1 note, folks. I've been looking for one of these. We talked about it a little bit on the 1914 $5 note video, so please check that out here on YouTube. While you're here, folks, make sure you subscribe. It helps us out. And, of course, you can find out all the information you need about our podcast, Frugal Snobs Podcast, at frugalsnobs.com. So, cheap plugs out of the way. Make sure you subscribe. Anyway, folks, if you go back to the 1914 $5 note video, we did talk about this note a little bit, wanting to get one of these, and we did. This is known as the Sawhorse.
Yes.
Note because of the design on the back, and we'll get there in a second. But this thing is a radical departure, folks. If you look at the front side of the note, it is a large note, a horse blanket note. And you can see the portrait of George is a younger George Washington.
Yes.
And his shoulders are turned. It's a different profile.
And less balding.
Yeah, again, he's younger. Darker eyebrows.
Yes.
So he is a younger George Washington. You also have, of course, off to the left, the ornate scene, I believe, of Columbus spotting land.
Yes.
So this is also present on the 1914 back of the $5 note. But I think, personally, the 1917, even though it's the same profile, looks a little bit better in detail.
Oh, yeah.
I think. And then, of course, on the right side of the note, you have the ones.
Yes.
And then this is $1 of legal tender. They definitely want you to know it's a 1.
Oh, yeah, it's like all over the place on this note.
And the borders also incorporate the ones.
Yeah, because it has a 1, the digit with the word 1 on top of it. Mm-hmm. And then kind of like cradling into each other is united on top and then states underneath, going back into that 1 design.
Right, and you also see on this note, folks, the United States, now that Christina mentioned it, you see it actually wrapped and curved around the top side of the portrait, of the profile. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It is a beautiful, beautiful note. The back is even better. We'll get there in a second, folks. It's awesome. But this note is really cool. It is, to Christina's point she was making earlier today to me, that is the last note of this design.
Yes.
Apparently the 14 Series 1 was also produced in a similar design, just a switch in the seals.
Yes.
This is a red seal note, by the way, folks. They are, I guess, more rare.
Yes,
than
blue.
The more common blue seal note, yes. It is a United States note, and there is very small print around the seal, folks. So Christina was trying to read it earlier. It's difficult, so we may have to do a little research and get back to folks on the print.
It's not that it's difficult to read. It's just the color combination is not conducive for you to read it.
Well, it still makes it difficult to read, though,
exactly.
Right? Okay, so it's still difficult to read. Not on size, but on...
the actual coloring.
On coloring. So there. I was right. I said it was difficult to read.
I had to clarify that it's not, like, you have to, like...
really
color different.
You really have to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if somebody were to take the image of this note from the video and then invert the colors, maybe on like a graphics program, maybe might help.
I could try that later.
Might be worth it. Also, I just want to bring this up for people's attention as well and for your benefit. Folks, this bill came with no returns, and we were very happy with the quality of the bill. We'll get back to the bill in a second, but I wanted to bring this up. That if you wanted to look for things like pinpricks or nicks or anything that's small when it builds inside of a carrier, it might be a good idea to invert the colors anyway because you can see more of the inconsistencies in the bill.
Yes.
Because you see folds more prominently when you invert the colors in the bill. So it's kind of like looking at something in infrared. Same kind of concept, or a negative image, right? Or a negative exposure of a photo. Same concept. So it might be worth looking at your bills that way or other items that way so you can see if there's any inconsistencies in it. This bill came very, 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 very well kept in the carrier and in really good shape.
Yes, he sent it with like cardboard and a bubble envelope.
Yep. So that is the front side. Was there anything else you want to say about the front side of the note other than that it is for legal tender of $1?
There's a lot of detail in this note. I can't stress that enough.
It's beautiful. It is so cool and so different and so interesting. And it was a limited design. That's the coolest part about it. So we're very happy to get this note.
Okay. I just actually made a discovery here.
Okay. What's your discovery?
On the right side, in the border, it says engraved, printed by Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Very thin, very tiny printing on the side.
That's awesome. And it also has the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, I think, on the bottom side of the...
On the back, yes. But this is, like, even smaller on the right side.
That's awesome. Interesting. And we still have to go do the tour of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing.
Yes, we do. That'd be awesome.
We need to get around to doing that. All right. So that is the front side of the note. So let's switch to the back. This is where a lot of the awesome detail happens, folks. It's a very detailed back. And you'll see here, you'll see the, what I'll call the X shape.
Yes.
Of the United States of America.
Yes.
How cool is that? This is the only run between this design is the only design that has this particular feature.
And then it has U.S. on top of A on the bottom.
What's that?
And then sideways ones, like lopsided, like they're angled at like 45-degree ones, and
Awesome.
the
They're
word
popping
ones.
out.
Yeah, the sideways ones.
Give you the Star Wars effect almost.
Oh, pretty much.
But again, now you see why it's called the Sawhorse note, folks. It's because of this design in the center.
And they really want you to know that it is a $1 bill.
Yes, again, on the back, they want you to know it's a 1, people. So.
And then if you look at it, as we mentioned just a few seconds ago, it says, printed at the Bureau of Space, because of the design, engraving and printing.
Nice. Just so that it balances out.
Yes.
That's really cool. It's an awesome bill, folks. You can still pick up these bills, I wouldn't say relatively inexpensively, but just to give people a bit of a range here, the blue seals are worth, again, according to just some very light research, we are not experts, folks, but from our own, again, casual research, the blue seal bills are worth between $40 and $120, and the red seals are worth between, I believe, $50 and $150.
Yes.
I believe. So, again, the red seals are a little more rare, and so they're therefore a little bit more valuable based on condition. Very happy with this note. We got this note very affordably. So very quickly on the story as to getting this note. So Christina basically psyched me out, folks. It's her fault. She did it. So
Always.
this bill was closing on August 10th toward the end of her work day. And of course she was at work during the day. And so we were kind of bummed. We were watching it on our watch list on eBay. And Christina, you were able to step away for just long enough.
Yes.
To place your bid with, I believe, between 2 and 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And you confirmed your bid at 1 second
Yes.
remaining, and it was confirmed, and you basically
Yoink!
absconded this bill from someone's grasp.
Yes.
So, and we got it for a very affordable price with shipping.
There was no price change for the last hour.
Nice. So that means somebody had just locked something in and nobody was sitting on it. So we got this bill very affordably. So, folks, at any rate, you can get this bill out there in the wild. You can pick it up either, of course, online or at antique shops and antique expos and of course, coin shows as well and banknote shows. But just be very, how do I put it, be knowledgeable.
Yes.
As to what the bill is worth and what you'll be expected to pay for this bill. You will be paying a little bit of a premium. It's an older bill, folks. I mean, you're looking at a 101-year-old bill.
Yeah, and just to clarify, when you say out in the wild, you're not going to get it at change at a restaurant.
Right, so it's not in circulation.
Yes.
What I mean is that's a good point. So what I mean is they are available for purchase
Yes.
in the wild. So these aren't as rare as, for example, continental currency, things like that. But they are very cool bills. They're very nice additions to your collection. And folks, they're not going to print any more of them. So get them while you can. All right, you want to wrap this up?
Yes.
All right, folks. At any rate, again, as I said before, please make sure that you check out the Frugal Snobs podcast. Everything you need is at frugalsnobs.com. Also, check out our Patreon while you're there. It helps us out. And, of course, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube for all of our videos. It definitely helps us out as well. So, at any rate, folks, be well. Never pay a retail. Take care of yourself and each other.